Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Michael Williams. Today we'll be continue to look at the point of sale system by QuickBooks, and we have covered in our last session how to set up a new company, tax, and hardware. So I'm going to do a quick overview of starting at the home page and what each one of these icons represent and their function features that they perform. Okay, so first of all, the home page is basically your base. That is where everything happens from, and whenever you sign into the software, that is where you're going to be. If for some reason you get lost, if you look at the upper left hand side, just beneath the file menu, there is a button here that says home, and you could always get back to home base by clicking on that. You would notice that there are some divisions that separate icons or icon sets from each other. The first one here under the navigator is point of sale, and then we have purchasing, employees, and operations. And this section here is basically the home screen. You have a quick tab here, and this quick tab can be minimized. It can also be customized in that you can add more buttons or less, whatever you want to do. If you want to put the sales order there, and this you can order it by moving up and down or whatever. So there's the new button. Same thing is true over here for messages. It has a note that you could pin any note to it, and note NOTE, and this also is minimizable. So you minimize the two, basically you have the home page set right in a wide screen settings there. So let's start at point of sale, and this is the main feature of the program. Basically what point of sale does is it manages your stock or inventory. It handles purchases and sales, and in this specific version, which is the pro level, you can also have an employee section that manages sessions and time, check-in and check-out of an employee, like a cashier for example. And then you have a section that deals with reporting, synchronization to other devices, synchronization with financial data, like financial software like Microsoft Enterprise or Microsoft Pro, which we'll get into way later. And basically that section there is for people who are managing the store. So let's start in point of sale, the section here that says point of sale. And we have 8 icons here. Each one of these represent a certain amount of functions. But before we can do anything else, we need to set up an item list. If your business, in this case Future Style is a boutique, so if your business is a supermarket or department store, boutique, salon, whatever it is, this is a section you set up what you're selling. So what do? We go to the right hand side and click on add, or you can go to I want to, drop down and click on add here. So let's click on add over here, and one of the things you'll see is that it asks for an item by name and the type of item, whether it's an inventory item, non-inventory, service, assembly, or group. In most cases, your items would either be inventory or service. Inventory simply mean that this item is a commodity, something that is tangible, something that you can hold in your hand, that is bought for resale and to make a profit on. So that would be inventory. On the other hand, you have service, where you're providing a service for a price or for a fee. For example, a salon, cutting of hair and coloring and those kind of things are services, and that can be set up here in the item list as a service. But in our case, we're going to use inventory. Next thing is department, and if your store has several different categories or departments, then you can set that up also. And to set that up, what we do is we go back here to the main screen. We can go to home screen again, and then we come to inventory in the menu and click on new department. So let's say we want to set up I don't know, cosmetics. There's a 3-character department code that you have to set up. Normally I use something that is close to the actual title. Cosmetic. Tax. These items are vatable. I'm going to leave those at 0 because each item would have a different margin and markup. So we have a default that is created by the software when it's installed, and I don't really want that there, so I'm going to remove that. I'm going to delete the system category or department. So I have cosmetic. Let's add another one. Men's clothing. Oh, I'm sorry, it's the wrong place I've gone. Let's go back to inventory, new department, and MEN department, men's clothing. Save that. So now we have 2 departments. If we were to go back to item list, let's create one item, and let's say Levi's slim fit 34-inch male. Change that to men's clothing, and you put jeans, and in the description you normally put a longer description of what the item is. Levi's slim fit 34 inches dash male. Size you could put in again 34 inches. Waist length 32 inches. Regular price would be I don't know, 2200 plus VAT. Now if that item has a barcode, then what you do, you bring that item to the counter and you scan your barcode by putting it under the barcode scanner, and it's going to basically give you a number there. Under each barcode is a number, and that number, several digits, is a code for that specific item, and that is what UPC stands for here. It stands for Universal Product Code. You could set up quantity on hand. So let's say we have 5 in stock right now. In addition to that, you can set up whether the item is available or not, and if you have several store, then you can set up where an item may not be available at a store, but you have in stock at another store. And for this purpose though, we're dealing with one store and one location, so sometimes you don't want to sell everything out. You want to keep a few if you're running out of stock for whatever reason, and you can set that limit there in available quantity. Also, something I did not think, you can specify things like color. So we can put color here, and in here we can put blue, and each one of these columns you can add a whole lot of other things to concerning that specific item. We can go back and edit that item even after it's been saved. And a few of the things that I want to put in here are things like order costs. So we're selling it for $2,200 Guyana dollars, and let's assume we're buying that for 15, because always in business you're trying to make a profit. Then that there would be the cost, or the price at which you buy. The difference between price and cost is your profit margin, and all business people know that you sell higher than you're buying for. Next thing is reorder point. Now if you are stocking 15 of these items, but when it gets to, I don't know, like 4, you want to make sure that you order from your supplier a new arrival of stock on this specific item. ALU is an alternative lookup which you can put in, like for example you could put something like L34, that's Levi's 34, and or L34 SF, which is Levi 34 slim fit. You can put in the manufacturer, Levi STRAUS, Strauss, and let's save that. Oh, by the way, you could actually add a picture. So let's pull a picture from the internet just for this purpose. Levi 34-inch slim fit male. Let's see what we have there. Jeans. Let's go to picture. We're gonna borrow a picture, and we're gonna borrow this blue one here because we said that our jeans is blue. Now I want you to keep in mind that there are copyright laws and stuff that protects images on the internet, so I am just doing this for demonstration purpose. If you are going to be setting up pictures in your system, then it will be important for you to get your own pics. Take out your pictures and or download royalty-free pics. Right, so I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna add that picture to the item. Levi, still saving. Alright, it should be okay. I'm fine. And save that. Okay, so that is let's close this. I don't want that. Alright, that is how to add a new image, and I think we're gonna break here for now and come back, and then we'll continue looking at the icons that are on the point of sale. We deviated there for a while because we needed at least one item in the system, and that was under purchasing. So goodbye for now. We'll be back soon.